Hey everyone, and welcome to my console speedrun strategy guide for Fallout 4. Today I'm making the first update for the intro tutorial I did a couple of days back. And I'm doing this update because I got 2 more skips to work, or semi-consistently to work, which save about 35 seconds. And it's quite a lot of time for this small intro. One thing I forgot to mention during my last tutorial. We don't time the loading screens. On console, that means you can pause your timer manually when you're in a loading screen, or you can just run the game normally, and after this you can go through your recording and time out the loading zones. Subtract the loading times from your runtime and you have your time without loads. On PC you don't need to bother with any of that because you have a plugin for Live Split, which times out the loading times for you.
War never changes.
You're gonna knock him dead at the Veterans Hall tonight, hun.
You think?
Absolutely. Now get ready and stop hogging the mirror.
Right.
Okay, so in this character creation screen, in my last tutorial I told you that you should play as a woman because the dialogue for a female character is shorter. Now, we're actually skipping most of the dialogue in the intro, so it doesn't matter anymore. The only thing that does matter is if you see Codsworth moving in the back. And if that happens, you wanna wait for him to come back into the kitchen because we need him in the kitchen at the beginning of the run. Can show this real quick. We're actually starting with a 3.5 second delay on the timer. There it is, nice. And this is because we're starting the timer once we hit OK on the confirm character screen. But the real timing only starts when we're able to move our character. And the difference between these 2 points will be exactly 3.5 seconds. Now, sadly I have to get rid of this timer real quick because my laptop can't really handle both at the same time. That means when I'm making a run I have to turn down the quality a bit.
Hey, my
Anyway, I
turn, big
choose to
guy.
play with a female character. It's just because I'm used to it, because we used to do it, but it doesn't matter anymore. You want to start your timer now. As soon as you're able to move, you want to move into the kitchen and talk to Codsworth.
Thanks, Codsworth.
And drink your coffee. And wait up here. The next point of reference is going to be this chair. Move 1 tile to the right and 1 tile down. As a rule of thumb, we're skipping every dialogue in this intro by talking to the NPC that initiates the dialogue in the second he initiates the dialogue. So when someone talks to you, you want to talk to him, and that skips or advances the dialogue. As soon as Sean starts crying and Codsworth starts to move over, he will start his dialogue when he's around here, and that's why I like to keep my cursor here. And after you talk to Codsworth, you want to talk to your
Hey,
husband slash
Codsworth.
I
wife.
know we were nervous at first, but
Hey, hun.
can't believe it's almost Halloween. We need to finish
And
all
now
these
everything you
decorations.
gotta do is wait for this Vault Tech salesperson, salesman, whatever, to come over. When you see him start moving, you actually have a lot of time to go to the door. During this dialogue, basically like in the whole game, you want to mash X throughout, or A when you're on Xbox, and try to skip as
Can I
much
help
dialogue
you?
as
Good
possible.
morning, Vault-Tec.
Uh-huh.
Is it?
Then I'm glad I opened the door.
Oh,
Uh-huh. Sounds great. Right?
I,
Sure. Let's...
splendid.
Okay, for your name, you can put in anything you want. If you care for that, you can look up a list from recorded names which characters will say. I personally don't care, so I'm mostly choosing random letters. Want to put 10 points in endurance, 10 points in agility, and the rest doesn't matter. I like to put them in intelligence because... Did I just say that I'm going to put 10 points in intelligence? If I did, I meant 10 points in agility, obviously. But I'm putting the remaining points in intelligence, and that is because this way I'm going to get the first level up when I'm inside the Museum of Freedom. But it doesn't really matter. Want to accept? Skip the last
Thanks
dialogue and
again.
wait for your
Hey.
husband/wife to start talking.
Hun,
Talk to
for
them,
you and
skip the
Sean,
dialogue.
no price is too high.
Move towards Sean.
I have my
Wait for
moments.
him to start crying and Codsworth to start talking.
Hey, Codsworth.
Go ahead, honey. I'll be
Play
in a
with
second.
Sean.
My boy isn't giving his mother any trouble, is he? Hey, I fixed that mobile.
And after that you want to wait on the mobile to give it a spin. Move out of the way so your husband/wife doesn't run into you.
That's my boy.
And inside the dialogue with them, you want to choose the option and then get out of the dialogue as soon as possible.
Listen, after breakfast.
Yeah, sounds like fun.
Wait on the door, open it as soon as possible.
Codsworth?
Followed by yes.
And now you gotta
followed
wait
by
for the TV to
flashes,
finish.
blinding flashes, sounds of explosions.
The last line of the TV recording is gonna be "My God," and after this it's gonna be 4 seconds of silence. I usually like to stand here, wait for the door to open.
Reports, I repeat, confirmed reports of nuclear detonations in New York and Pennsylvania. My God.
As soon as the door opens, you want to sprint out and jump this fence. And here comes the first part I didn't have in my original tutorial. See this fence? You want to run towards it, and from an elevated position you want to jump. And mid-jump I like to spam jump to get over this hedge. So let's try to get it. And that's the hedge skip. It's quite a bit faster. You want to move your, make your way across with this tree. Next up is going to be a dialogue skip with this army person. Sometimes I have troubles getting it, so I'm making a quick save here. You want to talk to him, and as soon as your line is finished, you want to look away, look at him again, and start talking again. And if you're lucky, your dialogue will be initiated a second time, and he will just let you past. Sometimes you need 3 dialogue attempts, but it's still faster than doing the normal dialogue.
Not on the list. You don't get in. I'm going in. You can't stop.
We need to get in. We're on the list.
Thank you.
We need to get in.
And you want to move past him. Now you need to spawn the civilians to run onto the platform,
On the list.
so try to follow my way here.
Elevators on top of the hill. Step on the platform in the center.
In a real run you would normally be faster than these two, and you should actually arrive on this platform at around 3 minutes 35 to 45 seconds.
Oh my God!
And that's already it for the intro. Gonna pause here real quick. If you have any questions regarding the things we just did, post them in the comment section, and I try to get back to you as soon as possible. And as always, thanks everyone for watching, and good luck with your runs.